Size is to resize as capacity is to what? Is there a different word that has the same relationship to capacity as resize has to size? Edit in response to comments. I'm looking for a different word for capacity because I need to make a distinction between changing the size of something and changing its capacity. The situation originally came up as a software term as an answer mentions, but I'd be more interested in an answer that could work in other situations as well. For example, the size of a container is always bigger than its capacity in real life. I can change the capacity of many things without changing their size. Exactly the reverse in software. It may well be that there is no such word, in which case that's also a valid answer.
I don't have the exact word you want, but reallocate might work depending on the context.
Resize is a verb and size can also be one, but capacity is never a verb. If by capacity you mean ability and not volume, you have the verbs capacitate and recapacitate. From the Free Dictionary by Phalanx. Capacitate to render fit or make qualify, enable. Recapacitate to qualify again, to confer capacity on again.
I agree with Cornbread Ninja's answer, but there may also be words that can apply to the alteration of capacity depending on the context. Expand, contract, enlarge, augment, diminish, shrink, extend, etc.
As I see from your profile, you're a software engineer. Size and capacity are regularly used property identifier for the count of items that a container can store. Assuming that that is your context and having a look at the capacity property of a simple list, the verb resize in relation to capacity is fine. List.capacity property gets or sets the total number of elements the internal data structure can hold without resizing. Said that, some container do have both properties capacity and size, where the former is the total number of elements which can be stored while the latter is the current number of elements stored. In that context, I'd say that resize is ambiguous. Nonetheless, I'd keep resize for changing capacity, although there is the possibility of confusing people. For the change of the number of current items, I'd use add or remove or using count instead of size as property name, if I implement the container.
In programming terms, when declaring an array, you are sometimes said to be dimensioning. When you reset the size of the array, you call it redim or redimensioning. This is in reference to changing the size capacity of the array.